Welcome back, folks. It's time to do. Wait a minute. Gotta adjust these. These are reading, not for computer reading, because the computer screen's further away for me. These are for the book reading. We're on to chapter 9. This is where God makes a covenant with Noah. This is God's first covenant, and He makes it with Noah. And later, when we get to chapter 10, I need somebody that's good with genealogy. So everybody sees this, and here's somebody good with genealogy. They need to listen to chapter 10 and follow one line, because there might be an answer to a lifelong question. But anyway, we're going to go to chapter 9 right now, and the first one we're starting off with will be the NIV version. So we'll be reading the NIV version first, and then we'll move to the restored name, and then after that we'll go to King James. We'll finish off with King James in chapter 9 of Genesis. So let's see if I can get this button working right. Everything's running there. Okay, we see, and this should, cross our fingers, everything go according to plan.
Genesis 9. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, Be fruitful, and increase in number, and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground, and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it. And for your lifeblood I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an accounting from every animal, and from each human being too. I will demand an accounting for the life of another human being. Whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed. For in the image of God has God made mankind. As for you, be fruitful and increase in number. Multiply on the earth and increase upon it. Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth, and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. So God said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life on the earth. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the 3 sons of Noah, and from them came the people who were scattered over the whole earth. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his 2 brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. Then they walked in backward and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way so that they would not see their father naked. When Noah awoke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, Cursed be Canaan. The lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers. He also said, Praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be the slave of Japheth. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Noah lived a total of 950 years. And then he died. Genesis 9. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them,
Okay. This might be where this is the chapter right here. I wonder anybody good with genealogy could follow Canaan and see who his prodigy was. Because, as we all know, there has been a race of people that seem exceptionally prone to slavery. And I wonder if it didn't have anything to do with this curse. So, anyhow. But that must have been a big thing about seeing your daddy naked. I don't know. There must have been more to it. But whatever it was pretty bad. And Noah to curse his grandson to be the slave of everybody else's. And now it doesn't say anywhere in here that Ham didn't have any other children. But Canaan was cursed into slavery. Let's go see what the other version of the Bible says about this. I'm kind of curious. We'll go to the purple one next. Let me get it going here. Well, I got to close this window out first. Yeah, this is the Hebrew restored name. Genesis 9 in the restored name version.
Bereshit chapter 9. And Elohim blessed Noach and his sons and said to them, Be fruitful and increase and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you is on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the heavens, on all that creeps on the ground, and on all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they have been given. Every creeping creature that lives is food for you. I have given you all, as I gave the green plants. But do not eat flesh with its life, its blood, but only your blood for your lives I require. From the hand of every beast I require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood is shed. For in the image of Elohim has he made man. As for you, be fruitful and increase. Bring forth teemingly in the earth, and increase in it. And Elohim spoke to Noach and to his sons with him, saying, And I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living being that is with you, of the birds, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and never again is all flesh cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again is there a flood to destroy the earth. And Elohim said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living being that is with you, for all generations to come. I shall set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And it shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I shall remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living being of all flesh, and never again let the waters become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I shall see it, to remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living being of all flesh that is on the earth. And Elohim said to Noach, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. And the sons of Noach who went out of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. and Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noach, and all the earth was overspread from them. And Noach, a man of the soil, began and planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. But their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. And Noach awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, Cursed is Canaan, let him become a servant of servants to his brothers. And he said, Blessed be Yahweh, the Elohim of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. Let Elohim enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. And Noach lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noach were 950 years, and he died.
Also, there's something else answered in this chapter, too. If y'all noticed at the very beginning, verse 2, and the fear of you and dread of you is in every beast of the earth. And it's true, to this day, every animal has a natural fear of humans. It has a built-in natural fear of humans. Even the pack of lions will only go after a human if they're really hungry and they're in a pack. The wolves will hunt a human in a pack. If we're grouped together, the basic fear of humans is in every animal, every fish, every bird is naturally afraid of the human. So, and what else is answered here? Also, Jesus said it. It's at the beginning of the Bible and at the end. Anyway, I'll go over this later when we get through with the King James Version. I'm going to do the King James Version, and then I'm going to go over that again, because there's some very important stuff in here. Also, you might also notice that even when the animals were getting on the ark, they had clean beasts then. They knew what a clean meat was, but we'll go on to that right after we get through with the King James Version here. Let me get this one here out of the way. Chapter 9, King James Version.
Genesis chapter 8.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
And God remembered.
Stop. Could have sworn I punched 9, but that's what I get for thinking too hard. 9.
Genesis chapter 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as a green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is in the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man. At the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of a man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. And you, be ye fruitful, and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
And God said,
This is the token of the covenant, which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth.
And God said unto Noah,
This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth.
And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. These are the 3 sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment, and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died.
All right. So now let me. Okay, there. A little bit of a oops. So I had to make an edit. Something really need to look when we get toward the end of chapter 9. We need a genealogist, and really in chapter 10 we're really going to need it. But as I mentioned earlier, also chapter 9 verse 3. Let's start at verse 2. And the fear of you and dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, comma, upon all that move upon the earth, comma, and upon all the fishes of the sea, semicolon. Into your hands are they delivered. That's us. All these things are into our hands. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, semicolon. Even as the green herb I have given you all things. So, all y'all that are saying you're going to go to hell for smoking weed, technically it would be better to eat the weed to get the medicinal effect than it would be to smoke it. Smoking anything isn't good for your lungs. And your body is the temple, and Jesus said you should take care of your body. And it also talks about clean meats and stuff. But did anybody notice even before that when the animals were coming on the ark, they knew about clean and unclean meats way back then? That was before Moses went up and got the 10 Commandments. So they knew about it in the beginning. God must have told them the difference between clean and unclean. And the only thing that was left is the blood. And to this day, when you butcher something, you hang it. That's why a butcher always hangs it up, upside down, and cuts the throat so the blood will come out. And that's considered proper practice to this day. So I guess blood sausage, anybody that likes that doesn't even sound good. I've never had it, but I don't think I would like it. So these this is the blood is out of the hands, and it also says plainly that if an animal harms a human, the animal will be put to death. So, and we do that to this day. If a dog attacks a human, we put it down. There's a natural fear of humanity put into these animals because they're ours. Because we were made in God's image, and you wonder why every wild animal, an animal that may have never seen a human, is automatically afraid of us. Coyotes, they're predators out here, but if they get one whiff of a human, they're gone. They skedaddle. Even though the coyote may have grown up as a pup and never seen a human, they still run. The foxes run. The jaguars run. If in the wilderness, if an animal attacks, there has to be something. Generally, there's something wrong with them, or even a bear. A bear has been taught by humans to get food. Stupid humans have fed the bear and made the bear lose its natural fear of humans. So there's your answer to that one in the nature class right there. And I really would like somebody that's good with genealogy to come up with a genealogy of Canaan. See how far you can follow it through the Bible. And no, you're not going to get away with just reading one chapter. You're going to have to follow it all the way through to the New Testament. So it's not going to be an easy thing to follow. Let's see here. All I really have to say on chapter 9, except Genesis has a lot of stuff in it. So if y'all can hang with me just through Genesis, you will learn a lot of the Bible. And there's a lot of stories just in Genesis. And of course it goes into Exodus, and everybody gets lost in Leviticus, but we're going to make it through eventually. This may be better that I do it this way. That way I can go through the chapters a little faster, maybe, and it breaks it up into chapters, and you can listen to it at your leisure whenever you want to, other than, just anyhow. Let me put this together and get it uploaded. Stop.